welcome. Both schools are supported by their backup colleagues. Bolaji Ikram, 13-year-old SS2 student, is with the team from Makhraj International School, Ogun State, and Kolawole Joshua, who's 13 as well, and a GS3 student, is the backup for CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos.
Wonderful. When we come back from this quick timeout, you will meet the topic for this hour. We have to let the winners of the previous match out of the studio. So we will be right back.
And we'll also meet these kids' chaperones, if we're lucky.
Yes.
Right after this.
With 4 more matches left in this round and 8 schools contesting for the remaining 4 spots in the round of 16, I Beg to Differ Season 9 continues on Wednesday. At 3 p.m., it's Potters Comprehensive High School versus Kings and Queens Zenith School on a topic that pulls no punches. Should child marriage be a criminal offense? At 4 p.m., CMS Grammar School faces Makhraj International School. They're taking on a question that shakes the political table. Should former governors ever return to public office? 2 debates. 2 tough questions. Only sharp minds survive. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi, Obong-Daniels and me on Wednesday for the 2 penultimate matches in this round of 32. I Beg to Differ Season 9. 32 schools, now 20. 1 winner, 5 million naira, 1 grand title, the champion of champions. Sponsored by GZ Industries. Supported by Obi-Wizi, Multiplan Pathway College and Fena Microfinance Bank. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
Hello there, I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
Welcome back. Thanks to our sponsors, GZI. And thanks to Obi-Wizi. Special thanks for the support to you, Multiplan Pathway College, and of course, Fena Trust Microfinance Bank.
The motion for this hour is: should former governors ever return to public office? Both contestants were told to prepare for both sides of this topic. Now they'll find out how they will argue this evening.
We must remind you that if you followed the live stream of the first debate, you've got to refresh your feed. A new feed, a different feed, is open on Facebook and YouTube for this debate. You would see that the contestants are all boys for this hour. Don't forget, you can also join the broadcast or get your kids to follow the broadcast on their favorite kids station, Kids FM 101.7. And on Saturday, you can see the entire broadcast rerun on Wazobia Max TV, wherever you get it from, on DSTV, GoTV, or Star Times. All right.
Femi, we have to mention that this is an even match. It's about to be even more even, if there's anything like that.
Yeah.
Especially because the chief speakers are both in the same class and of the same age. No, hold on a moment. No,
yes,
both
just
in the
about
same class.
months apart.
Exactly. The supporting speakers are exactly of the same age and class. Interesting.
And even their supporters, their backups are of the same age. Yeah, almost the same class.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Now
do we have their chaperones, by the way?
Oh, give me a moment to confirm.
Yes,
the
and
producer,
as we find that out, could we also find out who chief speakers? How are you going to debate? How have you picked? Who is supporting the motion?
I am supporting the motion.
You are supporting. That's Makhraj International School, Ogun State, will be supporting the motion. That means CMS Grammar School will be opposing the motion.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if both parties are happy with how they picked.
Time will tell.
We'll see. to the chaperones.
Well, thank you. The producer is fetching their details. But you know the rules already. You know what is expected of you in each round.
Let's give you a very short breather, okay, to get ready for the debate proper, so your minds can align to your new reality. All right, just in case you picked a position you were hoping not to pick. We'll be right back after this short timeout.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi backup page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwezi. That is Obiwezi.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
Welcome back, everyone. This hour, we step into a storm of political principle and public power. The question: should former state governors be barred, forbidden from returning to public office? Interesting way to look at it, isn't it? Representing the halls of history, the motion opposers are CMS Grammar School, but the supporters are, of course, Makhraj International School. They'll be prepared to argue in the affirmative. CMS Grammar School will argue in the negative. We'll find out how it goes here. Will the debate defend democracy from deja vu, the things we've seen before, or will it reveal that wisdom earned once may serve twice? Well, ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed audience and our judges, we unleash the clash of clarity and conviction.
Starting with the motion supporter, Makhraj International School, you've got 4 minutes to open your case. Your time starts now.
Mr. Chairman, honorable ladies and gentlemen, I am Bolaji Jamaldin, here to support the motion which says former governors should be banned from returning to public office. This motion was not born out of hatred or envy, but from a genuine desire for renewal, accountability, and fairness in government. For it should be a service to humanity, not a lifetime entitlement. Firstly, to avoid monopoly and godfatherism. One of the greatest threats to democracy is monopoly and godfatherism. It is the time where politicians control who gets what, when, and how. When former government return public office, they often use their political connection to occupy public space and install realists in power. For instance, Lagos, Kano, Anambra, the influence of parties has been visible long after they leave public office. A clear example is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos State, who not just became a godfather but president of Nigeria. This party mirrors that of Bias for Cameroon, a man who served for 4 decades, recycling himself and loyalists in power. By banning them, we break the cycle and avoid rise of many power bias across Nigeria. Also, to promote accountability and fairness in government. Many former government who run public office often use their political connection to cover up past wrongdoings. If my governor pays delegation and become a senator or minister, this gives him the power to also influence investigation and suppress evidence. By banning them, we maintain accountability and ensure that no one abuses power to protect themselves. Also to encourage youth and fresh leadership. Nigerians youth form the majority of population, over 60% are under 30 years of age, according to the United Nations and National Bureau of Statistics. Yet the average age of senators and ministers is above 55 years of age. Iyega Africa report reveals that less than 6% of those elected were under 35 years of age, despite not too young to run law. So when Femi returned to public office, they block young minds from contributing new ideas and modern approaches. By banning them, we create a room for fresh and vibrant minds that reflect Nigeria's young population, also to curb corruption and abuse of power. The EFCC and Premium Times reveals that over 20 former governors have faced corruption charges, mismanaged funds, and abused power. Some examples are Joshua Daria, who served for 10 years and was alleged for 1.16 billion fraud. Also, Jolly Nyami, who served for 12 years and was alleged for 1.64 billion misappropriation. Yet, some of the same individuals also return to public office, allowing them back working against corruption. It's like asking a thief to catch trails of a country. Absurd, right? Also, to reduce cost of governance. Many former governors who return to public office still collect multi-million naira pensions from the state. A Ghana report reveals that over 70 former governors who are now serving as senators and ministers still collect pension along their new salaries. This double collection against waste resources of the country already burdened with poverty and debt. By banning them, we reduce government expenditure and promote fiscal responsibility. Also, to avoid political arrogance. Many leaders realize that they can always return to public office. What happens? They see the political system as their best right. This creates arrogance and makes accountability as they assume they own the system. So by banning them, we remind every single leader that leadership is temporary and conditional upon integrity. Also, to promote gender inclusion. According to UN Women, Nigeria has only 4% women representative in National Assembly, one of the lowest in Africa. By limiting old men political circles, we create a room for competent women and new perspective in leadership. Also, to strengthen democratic institution. When leaders return to public office, institution becomes weak and democracy shifts from the law to the people. In Lagos and Kano, the pattern is obvious. Kwankwaso's red cap in Lagos and Tinubu's impunity cap Kwankwaso's cap in Kano and Tinubu's impunity cap in Lagos symbolizes not just culture but influence and continuity. Public appointments, national direction, the bow towards the car rather than the constitution. So by banning former governors, we restore strength to institutions and democracy back to the people. Thank you.
Well done.
That indeed was Bolaji Jamaldeen of Makhraj International School, Ota, Ogun State. We'll go over to CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos, for their chief speaker, Akinyele Taiwo Akinkumi's presentation round.
CMS Grammar School. You've got 4 minutes. Your time starts now.
According to Nelson Mandela, leadership is not about holding power once. It's about serving whenever duty calls. Distinguished judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and very attentive audience. My name is Akinyele Taiwo, a student of CMS Grammar School. Today's motion, former governors should be prohibited from returning to public service, sounds appealing to the ears. But when examined with logic, conscience, and evidence, it collapses like a house of cards. We cannot say former governors should be prohibited because we need experience and leadership in governance. Nigeria has experienced leaders. So are you saying that we should waste this leadership? Do you tell a doctor who once saved lives to never work again because he once worked in a big firm, or you tell a pilot to stop flying because he once landed the plane? Leadership is like that. You don't tell former governors who gained experience and ruled well to never come back to leadership. And here are my point. First and foremost, experience is a national asset, not a crime. Former governors have governed millions, managed budgets, and faced crises. This experience helps them in later governance. Take Akinwumi Ambode, for example, former governor of Lagos State. His fiscal policies improved Lagos IGR by over 20%. Should Nigeria have denied him of that chance because of a prohibition? No. Furthermore, leadership is about capacity, not tenure. Banning former governors assumes leadership is a one-time act, and it is not. Former governors like Babajide Fashola, former governor of Lagos State, returned as the Minister of Works, Power and Housing, and delivered major projects like development of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway and the Second Niger Bridge. True leadership should be recycled for the nation's progress, not restricted because of political envy. Furthermore, democracy means choice, not restriction. Banning former governors undermine democracy. The people deserve to have right to choose whoever they want. For example, in Senegal, in the year 2012, there was a nationwide protest because certain politicians were restricted from returning to public office. In countries like democracy, next point, accountability is strengthened through democracy. Most people say accountability is weak under repeated leadership, but accountability is actually strengthened by return. Because if governors know they can return, they try to keep a good legacy. And this makes them to rule with a clean slate because they know the public is going to judge them if they are going to run for a second tenure. And furthermore,
Speaking to the mic.
Furthermore, experience encourages innovation. Most people say former governors, experienced governors, or experience causes stagnation, but instead it encourages innovation. Governors like Senator Marin in Finland at age 34 put in digital reforms that transformed public services in Finland, and also banning former governors creates a vacuum. When we ban former governors, we create a gap where institutional memory, continuity, and knowledge must fill. New leaders try to take years to learn what former governors already understand, and this leads to delayed projects, abandoned policies. And also, the Constitution already has checks and balances, and there is no need for a ban. The Constitution already regulates elected officials and leaders. There is no need for a ban. We have the EFCC and ICPC who investigate corruption, and we also have INEC who ensures that elections are fair, and we also have the voters.
Speaking to the mic.
We also have the voters who ensure that who vote out people that are bad in governance. So we need to understand that former governors are not against our nations. They are trying to make it better. In conclusion, we cannot let Nigeria's governance be left in the hands of the inexperienced. Nigeria needs transparency and accountability. Thank you.
All right. Well done. Taiwo Akinyele of CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos.
When we return from this time out, you will hear the rebuttal round. This is the first edition in the 9th season of I Beg to Differ. We'll be right back.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Queen's University Belfast is a leading member of the UK's prestigious Russell Group, the equivalent of the Ivy League, known for world-class teaching, research excellence, and strong graduate employability. Found in 1845, Queen's has a long tradition of welcoming students from Nigeria into a friendly and diverse international community. Located in Belfast, one of the safest and most affordable student cities in the UK, students benefit from modern facilities, strong employer links, internship opportunities, and global career support.
Hello there. I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
The Tournament of Champions. It's I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Now we step into the fiery forge of rebuttal.
And this round will commence with the motion opposer, CMS Grammar School. You've got 4 minutes to tear apart your opponent's points. Your time starts now.
We need to understand that this topic is being logical, not being emotional. My opponents have looked at it from the emotional side, not the logical side. All protocols duly observed. I am Master Okhaifo yet to rebut the points of my opponents. In my opponent's first point, he made mention to avoid monopolism and reduce godfatherism. But we should also understand that by prohibiting these former governors from entering into power, it's promoting it. Why? Because it's them that will choose who will enter the office. Yes, before every election, there's something we call primary election, which are held in the political party, and who will pick those that will be chosen. For example, in the APC, where we have a major stake leader like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if he was to be prohibited from entering into governorship or presidential seat again due to this law, he will be the one that will pick the next person or possible candidate in which will represent the APC in the next election. My opponent, he also made mention about to promote accountability and fairness. We should also understand that if we are targeting the youth, as you said, we are promoting them in order living a luxurious life. EFCC has already recorded about a about a 30% increase in between the year 2022 to the year 2025 in internet fraudster, and yet are telling me that these people should be put in office. When they get in office, what do we expect them to do? Is to steal. You can't teach a dog new tricks. Instead, you can only teach it how to advance it, and that's what you're trying to say. We are promoting them by putting them in that public office. He also made mention about corruption and misuse of power. Yes, sometimes politicians get drunk in power, but we should also understand that's why the rule of law comes in place, where it says that every citizen is below the constitution, and that's why we have the principle of political freedom. By imposing or enforcing this law upon former governors, we are denying them of their rights of the principle of political freedom, meaning we are trying to be biased when it comes to the humanitarian side. He also made mention to avoid political arrogance. Political arrogance isn't the fault of the former governors. We should also understand that every human has a side in which we react to. Yes, a human sometimes might be arrogant due to power, or sometimes power drunk, but we should also understand that we should not prohibit them, but we should create laws in which giving them a way for them to express themselves. For example, last week when we saw what happened between the FCT minister and the naval officer, FCT minister and the naval officer, we should understand that the media at times might be manipulative. Before you judge a case, you need to hear from both sides. At the moment, we might see that the naval officer might be defending his rights, but do you know the build-up that led to that particular display? He also made mention about to promote gender inclusion. I'm not saying that women should not be involved in the political sector, but we should also understand that we need strong and capable leaders, and most time in nature it turns out to be men. In the year 2023, when a particular local government election was held in Kano, an 18-year-old girl was picked to be the local government chairman. Now go to that particular local government now, it is underdeveloped. It doesn't even have the basic social amenities like water, electricity, even shelter and food. And yet Kano to be one of the highest producing food states in Nigeria, even the third highest in gross profit in giving the federal government. And now an 18-year-old girl is not leading that particular local government, and it turns out to be unproductive or is not functioning properly. Why? Because you need experience. Experience is key when it comes to power. You can't tell someone who has been in a particular office or a particular scenario how to perform, and that's why if this law is imposed, our former governors should not come back. When the new governors or fresh minds, as my opponents claim, enter into the office, it is to that former governors that will give them what to do, how to do it, and why to do it. And that's just promoting godfatherism, which counters your second point. My opponent also made mention to strengthen democratic inclusion. By prohibiting them, we are not becoming more democratic. Instead, we are promoting dictatorship. Because why? When such governors get into power or are out of power or are prohibited from re-entering power, they create a particular system which is circled around them. It is a paradox. New old problem requires new solution, and in the new solution there are old problems, and that old problem requires old solution. In conclusion, my opponent should look at it from the logical part, where 80% of the Nigerian government system is based on former governors, senior president, and presidential candidates. Thank you.
Well done.
It's the beauty of the rebuttal rounds. It offers you an opportunity to puncture, push back, and prove your power.
Indeed.
Young Okhaifo Chukwudalu has done his bit for the rebuttal round for CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos. Now the turn of Makhraj International School, Ota, Ogun State, and Ayinde Fuad.
4 minutes. Your time starts now.
Honorable judges, co-debaters, and my ever-attentive audience, a very wonderful evening to you all. I have carefully listened to my opposition's presentation, and I must confess, while the arguments sound appealing on the surface, they totally come under the weight of logic and evidence. Let's examine the arguments one after the other, and of course in no particular order. Let's start with experience, which my opponent used as his foundation. He said experience should not be wasted. Honorable judges, experience indeed valuable, but bad experience should not be recycled. If former governors' experience was so excellent, Nigeria will not struggle against poverty, insecurity, corruption after decades of their leadership. Experience without results is not wisdom, repetition of failure. Besides, these so-called experienced leaders use their knowledge to manipulate system, influence elections, and protect personal interests. Experience is useful, but only when it serves people, not when it serves the powerful. My opponents also claim that people should still vote for them. They have the right to choose if they still want them. They sound democratic, but let's be realistic. In Nigeria, elections aren't a pure reflection of people's will. Elections are governed by godfatherism, money manipulation. When a leader already builds massive political structure, party delegate and sponsor candidates, can't say people are deciding, they are being directed. And democracy is not just about the freedom to choose, it's about the freedom to choose without fear or influence, knowing fully well that every single vote counts. My opponents claim that there are strong check and check and balances like INEC, ICPC. So why fear corruption? Honorable judges, with due respect to these bodies, can we take away the fact that these same bodies also bow to the same old political power? You see, when old leaders come back to rule again, they come with stronger immune, wider influence, and more power to suppress accountability. My opponents claim that from the experience of former leaders, the experience of former leader brings about innovation. Honorable judges, can we compare ideas a young leader of age 27 comes with when he's in power to the ideas a leader who have been recycled for decades at the age of 70 comes with? The clear truth is that today's youth will come with modern ideas, unlike the old leaders. There must still be, after all this, there must still be a question lingering in the mind of the listeners. Listeners might think the Constitution gives citizens the right to contest in an election. The truth is, the Constitution truly gives every citizen the right to contest in an election, but the same Constitution also limits it to a governor 2 terms only, while it prevents abuse and promotes renewal. If 2 terms are enough for a governor to serve his state, why should he come back to occupy another powerful office, especially when his record may not justify it? In fact, many modern democracies have banned former leaders from returning after serving political office, especially to prevent monopoly and promote renewal. So our motion today is not anti-democratic, it is pro-democracy. Honorable judges, along with my chief speaker, I hope I'll be able to prove that my opponents argued from the logic of influence, logic of fear and frustration, and we have argued from logic and nation-building skills. I ask, isn't it fantasy to think a person who created yesterday's problem will come back to solve it today? Thank you.
Well done. Now we've had the opening and rebuttal rounds. All that is left to do is close. We will do that shortly. Femi.
Yes, I noticed sharp logic, even sharper counterpoint.
Right.
Brilliant work by you. That was Fuad Ayinde. He's just 14 of Makhraj International School, Ota, Ogun State. Before him, you had Okhaifo Chukwudalu. Claims challenged, foundations shaken, arguments tested under pressure. Well done to all of you. The final round is your closing round. When we come back, we go into it.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y. That is O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
The Tournament of Champions. It's I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. We now arrive at the final movement, the closing round. No new facts, no fresh evidence, just concentrated conviction and polished persuasion. Boys, it's close, it's tight. Give it your all. This is where your message must matter. Your voice must vibrate, and your passion must persuade. Give the judges something unforgettable. Live it all on the battlefield. Are you ready?
Wonderful. You've got 3 minutes. We'll start with Makhraj International School, the motion supporter. Your time starts now.
Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, my attentive audience, allow me to take you on a journey into the corridors of power in our dear nation. A man completes his 2 terms, makes lofty promises, and leaves the public office with grand titles and overflowing influence. But before the dust of his farewell settles, he returns as a minister or a senator or even a kingmaker deciding who governs next. And when asked why, he smiles and says, experience must not be wasted. Ladies and gentlemen, let's ask ourselves a deeper question. Is that experience really helping the nation or holding it hostage? For if experience really about progress, then Nigeria by now should be a heaven on earth. For we have too many experience and too little progress. Throughout this debate, we've shown that former governors should ban from returning public office, we not lead to excellence, but was repetition, recycling, and regression. For it has given rise to godfatherism, the invisible government behind government. It has logged on our youth. They want to defy our imagination to rebuild this nation. We've seen it play out again and again. Governors become senators, senators become ministers, ministers become chairmen, and before long they turn as elder statesmen, demanding respect and loyalty. Meanwhile, the citizens who place their trust in them remain stuck in unemployment, poverty, bad roads, insecurity, etc. We now live in a nation governed by rotation and not transformation. A nation that keeps moving leaders from one seat to another, while citizens keep moving from hope to disappointment. Across Nigeria, the pattern is obvious. Pankato's red cap in Kano and Tinubu's infinity cap in Lagos symbolizes not just culture, but influence and continuity. They remind us of how individuals built empires within democracy, empires strong enough to determine election, public appointments, and even national direction. But democracy was not meant to serve men, it was meant to serve the people. When individuals like this can now control political system, democracy becomes a shadow of itself, alive in name but dead in practice. Across Africa, we've seen what this path leads to. Paul Biya of Cameroon, a man who served for 4 decades, recycling himself and loyalists in power. While the youth of his nation grow older waiting changes, Nigeria must not walk through that path. We've got over 200 million Nigerians, and amongst them we've got millions of young women and capable men ready to lead with courage and creativity. You see, governance in Nigeria is not like an old song. Same rhythm, same chorus, same old tired singers. What we need now is a new tone, one composed by new minds, sung by new leaders, and danced to by a hopeful generation. You see, great nation recycles itself by letting go of the old and embracing the new. The eagle recycles the strength by plucking out its old feathers and breaking its old beak. Why? Because no bird will fly high with worn-out wings. Therefore, Nigeria must shed the weight of recycled leadership. And that begins by saying no. No to recycling. No to regression. No to return of former leaders. Therefore, with conviction, conscience, and confidence, I stand here, I declare that former governors should be banned from returning to public office. Why? Because when old door closes, new leaders walk in, and Nigeria will finally rise. Thank you.
Well done. Taiwo, that's Bolaji Jamaldeen of Makhraj International School, Ota, Ogun State. SS3 student of that institution resting his school's case. Well done. We move on over now to their opponents, CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos, for their closing.
Right. You've got 3 minutes. Okhaifo Chukwudalu, your time starts now.
To the judges and listeners at home, I ask, what does democracy truly mean? Democracy to me means choice, power, and authority given to the masses, and taking this away is by taking their choice away. We should understand that prohibiting former governors from being re-elected is like taking the power and the choices of the masses away. All protocols duly observed. I remain Master Okhaifo Chukwudalu here to conclude on the point in which was given in the opening round. Experience is a very important key when it comes to power. We should understand that experience is a very valuable thing. That's why when someone goes for a job interview, progress, or anything related to the matter of position, they always ask, how many years experience do you have? You claim that yes, the governors, when they come back with old solutions. But should I tell you that you can't teach a dog new trick? You can't teach a fox not to be a fox. You are creating a paradox in which former governors are being denied from re-entering the office. We should take a look at Nigeria's current presidential system, our House of Representatives, even our House of Senators. We should look amount of former governors which are involved. There are about 60% of them which are in power. And yes, you tell me that experience is not important. Now, who voted those people in? Is it not the masses? It is the masses that voted them in. By saying that denying them of re-entering the office is reducing godfatherism, we should also understand that a fox will always be cunning. You saying them not to enter the office doesn't mean they'll not be able to manipulate it. It has to be understanding, knowledge, and wisdom which will be followed with them. It isn't the people you should blame, it is the system. When you make mention about EFCC and ICPC being influenced by them, we should also understand that it is the system, not the people. If a system is being created where federal government are held accountable, which is, that's why they go and vote for second term. That's why a particular period or duration in which someone can rule a particular nation or state is 4 years. Then another election is being held. That particular system is called principle of accountability. We're holding them accountable for what they have done in office in order to decide whether they should be re-elected or they should be denied. In conclusion, opponents, judges, Yvonne and even Femi, I ask, is it the masses that we should target? Is it the system we should fight? Is it the former governors we should prohibit? We should understand that the former governors are just a key towards enhancing and creating a better Nigeria. Thank you.
Well done.
It's finally over. That was Okhaifo Chukwudalu, 14-year-old SS2 student of CMS Grammar School. What an exquisite exchange of political insight and persuasive fire. From democracy to duty, from leadership to legacy, our debaters have delivered depths beyond their years. Now the choice falls to our judges, guardians of fairness, interpreters of excellence, like I like to call them. Which argument stood strongest? Which school advances? We're about to find out. Before that, we'll hear Judge Yvonne, but maybe Judge Yvonne, you need to take a minute or two, or you're ready to go?
I'm ready.
Brilliant.
I'm ready. Thank you.
So pay attention.
Okay, I'll start with Makhraj International School. Great work you've done so far. But say honorable, not honorable, okay? Say honorable, say godfatherism. Godfatherism, not fatherism. Fatherism, okay? Godfatherism. Say abuse when you mean it as a noun. The abuse of power, not the abuse of power. Abuse is the verb, the action itself. But abuse is the noun, okay? Good. After the decimal place, after the decimal point, call the digits individually, not as a whole. Because what comes after the decimal is not up to a whole number. That's why the decimal exists. So instead of saying 1.16 billion naira or 1.64 billion naira, you say 1.16 or 1.64. Okay? Say knowing full well, not knowing fully well. The expression is knowing full well. I know a lot of Nigerians say knowing fully well, but it's actually knowing full well. Okay? So say knowing full well. Say question, not question. Question, chin, okay? Question. Loyalty, not loyalty. Loyalty. Capable, okay? Say capable, not capable. Capable. Absurd, not absurd. Absurd, okay? Absurd. Also say democracy, both of you. Okay, CMS Grammar School and Makhraj. Democracy, not democracy. When an old door closes, not when old door closes. You have to ensure that what you are saying, the subject of the sentence, agrees with the verb in number. Okay, so when an old door closes, not when old door closes. Because then you would need an S to make when old doors close. Okay, so closes will lose its S, and then door will take the S to show plurality. So it's important that you ensure that the subject and the verb agree in number. To CMS Grammar School, I will say the same thing. You have to ensure that the subject of your sentence and the verb, you know the subject-verb agreement rule, right? So I urge you to go back and master that rule. There's a difference between fill and feel, okay? To fill something is to load it up, but you have feelings. So when you mean fill, say fill, don't say feel. All right, say monopoly, not monopolism. Monopoly. I'm sure that was a slip of the tongue, but it's monopoly. Also say inclusion, not inclusion. Inclusion. Underdeveloped, not underdeveloped. Underdeveloped. You meant to say highest food producing states, not highest producing food states, but food producing states, okay? Food, both food and producing are modifying the noun states. Those former governors, not that former governors. You use that with one thing or one person. You use those with multiple things. So say those former governors, not that former governors. Also say ask, not axe. Ask, not axe, okay? Ask. Try as much as possible to avoid using in which a lot where it is not necessary. For example, the points in which, no need for the points in which, okay? You have to try to limit the use of in which. Be, for example, you said something and said being created in which. You have to, where in which is not necessary, don't use it, okay? Try as much as possible to limit the use of in which. And finally, there's a difference between bias and biased. Bias is the tendency to favor someone or favor something. You as a person can be biased. When you are biased, you have the tendency, which is the bias, okay, to favor someone or something. I believe we're out of time, Femi. Yeah. Make mention of, not make mention about. Okay. To make mention of, not make mention about, okay? Increase as a noun. Increase as a verb, okay? Also, protest as a verb. Protest as a noun. Femi, I'm done.
All right. Dalu, also don't say it's them that will choose. Okay.
They.
It's they
yes.
who will choose. Okay.
They who will choose.
So that you are not caught between English and pidgin. You understand? But brilliant, both of you. Let's go straight to the scorecard. For this debate, presentation round, Chief Judge Chike has it as a tie. Judge Ufoma has it as 10 for Makhraj and 9.5 for CMS Grammar School. And Judge Amma has it as 10 for Makhraj and 9 for CMS Grammar School. Makhraj lead 30 to 28.5. For the second round, the rebuttal round, all three judges have it as 10 to 8, all in favor of CMS Grammar School. CMS lead the second round 30 to 24, meaning they go into the lead. At this point, it is 58.5 for CMS Grammar School and 54 for Makhraj. Final round. Judges Amma and Ufoma give it as a tie, and Chief Judge Chike gives it as 10 to 9 for Makhraj. Diction scoring is tied at 10-10 for your winner by 97.5 points to 94. Congratulations to the duo of Akinyele Taiwo, Akinkumi, and Okhaifo Chukwudalu of CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos. Well done, both of you. We have to go on a break quickly.
Unstoppable you, fueling your vitality the whole day through. Embrace each challenge with renewed might. With Supermalt, your performance takes flight.
With 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, one Supermalt multivitamin after breakfast every day keeps you going.
Time has come again to come together. Wherever you are, my child diaspora. Access Bank Fusion, body shop logo. They need to happen for that December.
your family. Party with your friends. Exciting concerts. Plan it with Access Bank. Get diffusion. Get diffusion. Access Bank. Get diffusion. Wherever you wanna go. Get diffusion. Access Bank. Get diffusion. Whenever you wanna make payments. Shady up in there. Access Bank. Get diffusion there. Shady up in there. Access Bank. Get diffusion there. Shady up in there. Access Bank. Get diffusion there. Shady up in there. Access Bank. Get diffusion there. Access Bank Diffusion. Access Bank Diffusion.
Dirty Fusion, powered by Access Bank.
Update. Here's the gist. New Good Mama detergent delivers express cleaning and fragrance boosters for extra freshness. All in a freshening pack made for your upgrade. Try today.
Good Mama, the washing is fast. Good Mama, my fabric is fairly fresh. Good Mama, express cleaning. Good Mama, my laundry isn't too smile.
There's a reason she's a good mama. Express cleaning, extra fresh.
It's here, Niger! iPhone 17 Pro, the most powerful iPhone ever. Brilliant 6.3-inch display, aluminium unibody design, A19 Pro chip, all 48MP rear cameras and breakthrough battery life. For more details, visit www.istore.com.ng. At iStore, you also get expert after-sales support, access to device financing, trade-in, and much more. Remember, when you look for the Reddington sticker on the box, you get peace of mind with 24 months warranty. iPhone 17 Pro, iPhone Air, and iPhone 17 are now available in Nigeria.
Malaria parasites. My mission is simple: to take over your body, to cause fever, chills, headache. But one thing stands in my way. Come on.
Effective relief from malaria. Comal on. Malaria gone. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult doctor.
Update. Here's the gist. New Good Mama detergent delivers express cleaning and fragrance boosters for extra freshness. All in a freshening pack made for your upgrade. Try today.
Good Mama, the washing is fast. Good Mama, my fabric is fairly fresh. Good Mama, express cleaning. Good Mama, my laundry isn't too smile.
There's a reason she's a good mama. Express cleaning, extra fresh.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stop?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
It's been on your mind for months. That new TV, refrigerator, air conditioner, sofa, perfume, calling your name. You've waited, you planned, and now it's finally within reach.
This Black Friday, Spar Market will be turning your wish list into real happy moments with up to 50% off electronics, furniture, luxury perfumes, wine and spirits, groceries, and more.
Offer is available across Spar Market stores nationwide from 21st to 30th November. Check off your wish list with Spar Market. Spar Market, there for you. Terms and conditions apply.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Welcome to Nigeria Info, where the news sparks conversation.
When Donald Trump said what he said, why do you think we're here today?
What is the policy of this my government on how to put an end to the war? Rather than join the government, there's a misplaced priority in their governance.
Some people are trying to play politics to the issue as we normally do.
This is your space to listen, share, and be heard. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back as we wrap up and end this. Congratulations to CMS Grammar School and, of course, the duo of Akinyele Taiwo Akinkumi and Okhaifo Chukwudalu. Well done.
Indeed, well done. Here's your topic for the next round. You will go up against the winner of the previous match, Femi.
And you already know how you will argue, so you concentrate on your point, but pay attention to the other side too. Just in case you tie, you are still going to switch. Okay? And concentrating on the other side of the topic also helps you prepare for rebuttals. Do you understand that?
Right.
For our very fine debaters from Makhraj International School, Ogun State, Bolaji Jamil Dean, and Ayinde Fuad, well done. We've talked during the break. Keep it to heart. We look forward to seeing you again in the second Lagos Regional Final, and the experiences we've shared today should bolster your chances next time. Anything to add, Yvonne?
Femi, you've said it all.
All right. Lagos will return tomorrow for the very last day of the round of 32.
That's right.
2 brilliant schools going head to head. 2 more tickets left for the round of 16. Who will gain it? It starts at 4 tomorrow, not 3. 4 p.m. tomorrow, not 3. Until tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Enjoy it.
GZI, we believe corporate success.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.